Ladies, gentlemen, looks like the work of a ghost. Let's start by ruling out ghosts.
Welcome back to the Halloween 365 podcast.
The only podcast where it's horror 24/7 and Halloween 365.
Ooh, we got a very special episode for you guys today. It's Friday the 13th. And we didn't expect that. We did not take that into accountability.
No, we did not. We planned everything ahead of time, like episode-wise, and as we're going through the dates, I did not even look at Friday the 13th, because we record on Thursdays and then the episode's released on the Friday, so I guess I should have just been looking for the Friday itself. Either way, we're still going to be talking about some Friday the 13th stuff. We are still on our roadmap to Halloween, roadmap to fall till September 22nd. It's a long stretch. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Halloween around the world, Chad.
We sure are. It's 40 miles of rough road. Bill Paxton once said.
My thighs are going to be aching after this run.
They're chapped. We're going to have to hitch some rides, man. Follow the rules of the road and you'll get where you're going in no time.
The rules of the road.
You'll get where you're going.
No more nuns.
Oh, man.
Oh. But before we jump in, before we jump into the actual episode, we've got to get with the Halloween news that we've missed this past week, which was an eventful week, not as eventful as the past couple of weeks, but rest assured, we've got many more fruitful news weeks to come. We did miss a couple of things, considering that our episode comes out on Friday, and then, you've got that time span Saturday, Sunday, where things happen. But specifically, there was a birthday that we missed. It is Ishiro Honda, the iconic director behind the classic kaiju films of Godzilla, 1954, Mothra, and all of those fantastic old Godzilla movies.
The good ones, the black and white classics.
Mm-hmm,
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, so his birthday,
Label facing out. No. I did not mean.
We passed up on that, though. Other than that, there was something really interesting that I've kind of suspected. The Firestarter movie just recently came out. I guess that's part of the news, but also its release date for the original Firestarter movie was the 11th of this month, and the recording of this video is the 12th. So you can watch it on Peacock now, the new Firestarter.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, you can stream it on Peacock.
Wow, okay. I didn't know it was coming straight to Peacock. I thought it was going to be a theatrical.
Well, I think the biggest thing about that movie is Zac Efron.
Oh, there's not a lot going on.
I mean, it's a remake.
Great, though.
It might be really good. I'm gonna give it a watch. I'm curious. I haven't seen. I haven't actually watched the first Firestarter in years, though.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
It's never been a go-to movie for me. But on to the quick snippets of news that we've passed up on this week. There is an upcoming Monster Expo, the 2022 Monster Expo, and one of the most prolific horror stunt performers, Dick Warlock, has announced that he is going to be attending.
Dick Warlock.
He did a lot of the Michael Myers stunts, specifically where he rolls down the hill 17 miles and into the river, and then the old man with the parakeet picks him up. Yeah, so, I mean, that's just, it's not really big news unless I guess you're a hardcore horror fan, but the Monster Expo 2022 is going to be something to check out, because it's going to be in Concord, North Carolina, which is actually not that far from where I am. It's going to be in August, and there's going to be a lot of different people there to get some signatures and cool photos and things like that. So, I actually, now that I know that it's that close, might end up wanting to go myself.
Yeah.
Also, in snippets of news that happened this past week was Westworld Season 4 teaser and premiere. That's not really Halloween, but I guess it's more of a scientific horror?
Yeah,
Sci-fi horror?
It's very science fiction, very... yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Is it's very sci-fi-esque.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I've not watched Westworld. A lot of people talk really well about it, but the trailer for season 4 teaser trailer looks kind of friggin' crazy. This woman's head split and there's flies flying. I don't know what's happening.
I've only seen just like bits and pieces of Westworld. I had a buddy that was an extra on Westworld.
Oh, that's
that
really
was the
cool.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. He said he was a dead body. He said he just laid there, but it was still cool.
Hey, that doesn't matter because Daisy Ridley was a dead body on Law and Order before
See, there you
she
go.
got. I mean, so
You got to start somewhere.
dream big out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Dream big. Hey,
You start off as a dead body, and then you end up being a professional actress, ruining the Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, carrying on the Jedi.
I think you had it right the first time around.
Yeah,
of the
Jeremy.
dead, I have risen.
Back
he
again.
I
Didn't think
didn't-
you were coming.
I couldn't hear anything from my phone, so I didn't see. So that's my bad.
Oh, okay.
Fair
Well,
enough.
right in the middle of the news segment, which is a good time for you to jump in because we're going to talk about some quick Scream news that was released this week. Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, they all are returning for Scream 6, as well as Hayden Panettiere as Kirby Reed. She will be in the new Scream 6 as well. With that being the case, what storyline do you see happening, Chad? Because I'm a little bit confused.
Well, Kirby's coming back, and apparently she has gained this borderline Sidney Prescott level of fame for being one of the survivors of the fourth film.
Wait, whoa. Is she going to take her place? Is Hayden Panettiere going to take
I think so.
Sydney's
I think
place?
so. I think it's weird because there's a few. Now this is what's got me. This is what's got me intrigued. How deep down the rabbit hole do you boys want to go?
As condensed as you can do it.
Yeah, because
It depends on how long you want your news
Okay.
segment to be. This is
Okay, fair enough. I'll be quick.
you're the timekeeper.
I'll be as quick as I can. I can't remember the Quaid boy's name, Jack Quaid. I
Jack
can't remember
Quaid.
his character's name. Anyway, when Jack Quaid is watching the Stab movie trailers on his computer, on YouTube, or their version of, on the side, there's a little recommended. You know how YouTube has, watch this next.
Yeah.
There's one that says, Kirby explains how she survived the Woodsboro murders. But below that, this is what gets me. Below that says, is Stu Macher still alive?
Oh!
And I'm like, oh. So
Oh, please. I'm begging you.
they put these in there on purpose. They did, because obviously Kirby's coming back.
So wait, is it bait, the stew thing?
Maybe. Could be.
Is it just them playing on, like, because they knew that we wanted him back?
Or
Could be.
now that they know that we really want him back, will he come back and try to kill Kirby? Or
And now
is she the
the new
killer
Scream
trying to
did
kill
really-
him? That's what I'm wanting y'all to wonder.
I don't think they'll make Kirby the killer. I think she's
She's gonna be the new Sydney, and I want Stu to
she's gonna be
be
the new Sydney.
like maybe. Wait, whoa, hang on. Okay, so we don't go too far. I don't want to continue on after what I'm saying. Maybe this sixth one is gonna be Sydney being offed, completely offed by Stu
At the beginning of the movie.
at the beginning. Yeah, to start first kill, to start it off.
He can go, I still got a thing for you, Sid.
No, we won't see his face. We won't see his face.
Oh,
like,
well, shit.
Yeah.
now, come on, they've got to, dude.
I'm on board. if they do it this way, they got me. I mean, I never really jumped ship. I was a little conflicted about the 5th movie, but I still have never truly jumped ship.
I still haven't watched the 5th one, but I'm ready to jump ship. Okay, wait. Whoa, hang on. We can't.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Into the news, further into the news. You guys got the Scream stuff there. We could go on and do like more and more episodes on Scream. Screamtastic Summer is what it could be. Don't smile.
I like the sound of that one.
The next part of the news that we have missed is this is that B horror stuff, Chad. We're tiptoeing into your territory here.
French hands. Yeah.
The movie Terror Train, the 1980 horror classic Terror Train, is being remade, and it's bringing Halloween Party to Tubi on October 2022. Look out for Terror Train remake.
I'm there.
Tubi's gonna be doing it.
Tubi's on some shit right now.
Tubi's not bad.
And no, it's not actually. It's for free. I'd watch a couple commercials. Anyways. They're not paying me money. New Terrifier 2 images have been released, if anybody knows about the Terrifier movie. So there's been new images released for that, confirming Victoria's return. If you are a Terrifier fan, you'll know what the hell they're talking about, because I do not. Also, in B horror film news, a upcoming movie, which is a horror comedy slasher called Totally Killer, involves time traveling back to 1987. And it is a Amazon/Blumhouse production.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
It's just crazy enough to work. I love that shit.
I wonder. I mean, well, Blumhouse they do some stuff, here and there.
Have you mentioned in the news yet? If you haven't, I won't fully go out and say it. About what's coming out tonight for horror fans, but in the game mode.
I have not. Yeah. Go ahead.
Chad, let us hear it. Tell us what's coming.
That Evil Dead, the game. I cannot wait.
It's a pretty good price. It's for $40,
$40
guys.
$40. It's cross-platform. You can play with your friends on your Xbox or your PlayStation, or even PC, I think. So, get it. We're gonna be getting it. I know we're excited to play it. I'm excited to get a new multiplayer game, horror themed. It's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? We might should probably record it and put it up on our Halloween 365
That's not a bad
YouTube
idea.
for everybody to watch if you guys wanted to watch the playthrough before you buy, since all three of us are already going to have it. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've been waiting for an Evil Dead game for ages. Well, a proper Evil Dead game, I guess. So, yeah.
We'll see, because Jeremy knows that I don't like these Dead by Daylight shits. And the only reason I'm interested in Evil Dead is because it doesn't look exactly like it. It looks like there's a little bit more free movement.
It looks a little more free.
Like you can get in a car. You
Bruce
can
swears
actually
by
use a weapon.
Yep.
So that's something.
Oh, and
Yep.
as the person being hunted, you actually have a kill move yourself. Whereas in
See?
Dead by Daylight, it's just straight get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
There's objectives, like you have actual goals you have to achieve.
It
it's
looks
kind of battle royale.
Yeah.
It looks interesting, and for $40, you really can't beat it. So if you guys are curious about it, about the gameplay, you can find the video on our YouTube sometime this weekend, because it comes out tomorrow, Friday the 13th. We're going to be picking it up, and we'll give you our full review on it.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Should be good times. Speaking of good times, I'm thinking somewhere in the direction of Peter Dinklage's Toxic Avenger. And how the fact that it was given an R rating. I mean,
well, I'm trying to figure out who is he play. Is he playing the Toxic Avenger, or is he?
I've heard he is.
I think he is.
How? Like, why and how? Like,
what do you mean how, Chad?
It's okay.
Is this
We all know how.
Is this
We all
how
know
we
what
need
I'm
to cancel?
talking about here. Yeah, this is how we're gonna get canceled. But in all seriousness, it just I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. They can do whatever they want to with the story at this point. But I just didn't really think Peter would want to do something this trashy after doing shit like Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah.
because let's face it, Toxic Avenger. I'm not trying to knock Lloyd Kaufman at all, but it's pretty low bar.
I mean, I guess Dinklage has faith that he can bring some new life to it, especially with his R rating.
Okay. I mean, I guess
But-
I'll watch it.
Better
I
get
mean,
a
I'll
sex scene.
check it out. I'll give it a shot. Why not? Also, a weird coincidence. It's Friday the 13th tomorrow, right? Also, this week, specifically this week, because Sunday's the beginning of the week, was Mother's Day. Mother's Day was the release of the original Friday the 13th. And
Full circle, bitches.
now we've got Friday the 13th here.
That's kind of funny.
It's rather odd.
It is.
I don't know how many times that this happens.
I'll tell
I
you what it
can't.
means. It means that this is going to be a good year for horror and Halloween alike.
I think it is. I feel it in my bones.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Speaking of which, the Chainsaw Awards are still coming up, everybody. They're still coming up.
Saturday, right?
Think it is, yes. No, wait, yeah, what, the
either
15th? The 15th,
Saturday
yeah.
or Sunday,
It's this
yeah.
it's this Saturday, yeah. So anybody that's wanting to watch that, you can catch that on Shudder. Check out the Chainsaw Awards, see if our predictions are right in the very few categories that we actually did. Hell, you know what?
There's
You can
so
have us
many.
in the background as music while you're watching the Chainsaw Awards. What better, turn on the subtitles, the subbies, and listen to the boys while you're watching.
You know,
While you're
I'm
watching the
curious
awards.
to see how they're going to do the award show this year. I don't know if it's still COVID protocols where.
Well, I
one's
mean, they-
actually doing the event.
If Will Smith's allowed to slap people on stage, then I think that we're allowed to have our Shudder Awards in person.
Yeah.
I think that's the. I think that's what's
it
going to happen.
I hope so.
But we only mentioned one birthday, and that was to Honda. Now, the rest of the birthdays, specifically for today, May 12th, we've got kind of a few that are off the wall. Today is Emilio Estevez's birthday.
Emilio.
What was he in that has to do with horror? He was in the movie called Nightmares and Free Jack and I don't know, a little film called Maximum Fucking Overdrive.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fucking films. That's a B
Hold up.
movie.
Okay, I was gonna say, hold up, you shit.
No. One of my for a B horror film, hell, even a C. I don't care what the hell you rate it.
Okay.
Whatever category you stick it in, it's gonna be near the top of that for my category, just because it would be fucking crazy if everything started attacking you. Can you imagine?
It would be. it's bad
I don't
shit.
look at it for the cheesy stuff. I look at it for if this happened.
And the
I'm
AC/DC soundtrack. That's
And
what-
the ACD. Who man? Who?
Isn't that like a green goblin looking motherfucker on the front of one of them?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. He was the main one. He was the leader. But I mean, then you start getting into like tanks moving around by their fucking self.
Yeah, we
But
just saw
then
like a
they
little-
can't. Yeah, but they can't load a shell into the fucking barrel by itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once the machine gun vehicles were done with the machine guns, they'd be out of ammo. You just have to not get ran over.
Yeah.
Bulldozers, planes, and shit. Anyways, sorry. Moving on. I know I got really deep into. We've never talked about Maximum Overdrive on here.
Oh, boy.
Samantha Mathis, she had a birthday today as well. She appeared in the 2004 version of the TV movie Salem's Lot. She was also in American Psycho and the 1994 version of The Punisher. Ving Rhames.
Real quick, who is she in American Psycho?
I don't have the specifics. You'd
she
have to
blonde?
search that.
I'll
Samantha
figure it out.
Mathis.
I'll figure it out. Sorry.
Anyways,
sorry.
Ving Rhames. My boy Ving. Today is his birthday. He was in co-starred in, The People Under the Stairs, Jacob's Ladder, the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead, the 2008 remake of Day of the Dead, and was it Ving that was in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
It's not necessarily a horror movie, but his scene I felt like was a fucking horror movie.
I don't know, man. Bring out the gimp. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Ooh.
So yeah, for sure, it was definitely a horror movie.
Oh, Piranha 3D. Pretty sure he was in Piranha.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Piranha. But I'm mad that I guess that wasn't on here because, it's Piranha.
Well, let's be...
The case of Piranha, whenever I used to go rent movies, used to scare me.
It's a weird-looking movie.
Yeah. Speaking of weird-looking movies, there's movies that came out today that I haven't mentioned yet that's in the news here, like Cobra Woman that was released in 1944. Yeah, you heard me, Cobra Woman. What about the 1988 classic, Earth Girls Are Easy?
Hey.
Yeah, that was released today as well.
It's a true statement, too. Kidding.
That was 1988. Why don't we fast forward to 1989, where we get to see the return of the Swamp Thing that released on May 12th?
I think that's my favorite out of the batch.
Okay.
That's Craven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the 2009 horror flick called Goth Kill? Never heard of it.
Oh, that is.
But I do know that you know this one that was released in 2009 on May 12th. The Grudge 3.
The third one came out in 2009?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So when they did this remake recently, I was kind of bashing on it, saying it's too soon. It's not. It wasn't too soon.
No. I mean, I guess just because we had so many of them that it seemed like it was too soon.
There was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm winding down the end of the news. The only things that I have left to mention, unless you guys have anything, is the fact that we have 132 days until the first day of autumn, 132 days until we finish our road trip. And what does that mean? That means that we have 171 days on our road trip to reach the final destination, and that is Halloween. 171 to Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long, hard road. Your thighs are going to be chapped. Your ass is going to be sore, but we're riding the whole way, boys.
Oh, tell me about it. I didn't think they were ever going to stop clapping.
They really liked it. I mean, they're like me.
Excited.
You really loved me.
But that is it for the news, the H365 news. Now let's move on to something that we've mentioned quite a few times. Friday the 13th, boys. It's tomorrow. Do you find it lucky or unlucky? I want an answer from each of you. What are you expecting tomorrow for yourself?
Well, Germ, do you want to go first?
I'll say that I am a superstitious person. I don't necessarily think Friday the 13th is a bad luck day, though. Unless you're really looking for it. That's the thing. I feel like it's a mindset, like kind of like a dharma, karma situation. You're putting it out. If you're looking for it, it's going to get you. But if, at the same time, if a black cat runs out in front of your car window, like I said, a little superstitious, throw an X up on that thing.
I did the other day with Jeremy in the car.
Yes.
Saturday. Don't put your fucking head in your hand, you son.
I mean, I'm more or less more of the throwing the salt over the shoulder because I don't believe that black
But you
cats
know
are bad
what?
luck,
You know
but-
what? Jeremy and I did the X, and him and I had a chill day. Nothing happened. Went to the free comic book store. Actually got our free comics on the free comic book day. Stopped in GameStop. Ordered some pizza. Played WWE. That's right. And if I hadn't put the X in the corner, who knows, Chad? Who knows?
Who knows? You're right. I don't know. I feel like this week's been pretty lucky for me, all things considered. You guys already know there's been some crazy, eventful things going on in my life, which I will not get into on the pod. But I will say it's been a pretty lucky week for me, and I'm hoping to round it off with an awesome Friday the 13th. So I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be cool. I don't necessarily think it's a bad luck day, but I've got some stories for you.
Okay.
If you're ready. So, let's go back to 1979, right?
I'm feeling it.
A young man named Bob decided to stay in his bed on Friday the 13th because he absolutely had a state of bad luck. He had suffered just completely unlucky that day. He was walking through a plate glass door, cut himself all to pieces. He got fired from his job.
How the hell's Bobby not dead?
I don't know. He put his wife in the hospital after accidentally hitting her in the head with a stick meant for the dog. I don't know why he's even hitting the dog. That just
Wait, no, hang on. It had to be a hell of a stick. It
That
had to be a
hell of a stick.
It had to be a devil log that he fucking threw at her.
Come here, you devil log. And this one just raises a lot of suspicion about maybe some abuse going on in his relationship. The next year, following Friday the 13th, his wife fell down a flight of stairs.
God.
I think he's using it as an excuse.
It's like, I told you
Like,
it's
how
like-
many years, how long have they been married before all this shit started
Oh
happening?
my god, that is just nerf stairs.
Oops,
She's one of
you
the nerf
fell
stairs.
over. Oops, you fell over again.
Oh man. Here's something that's bad luck. On Friday the 13th, in 1821, I don't even feel comfortable reading this. If you want to go see it for yourself. There was a piece of shit born that day. So, yeah. Just forget I said anything. I thought it would be interesting, but no. On Friday the 13th, 2012, a cruise ship off of the Costa Concordia partially sank. That was in Italy. It killed 32 people. Are all these coincidences? Maybe so. But
I'm sorry, I don't like that. Who's the piece
What?
of shit?
Who was born?
so the dude was apparently the leader of the KKK.
Oh, okay.
no.
I didn't want to give him any fucking. It was on the list. I don't know. I don't think he deserves any more recognition than what a piece of shit already has. But yeah. Anyway, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Friday the 13th, 1989, the stock market fell a whopping 6.91%, and at the time it was the second worst day in stock market history, prior to that of 1929, I believe. So
I would think something of it if it was the stock market was bombing every Friday the 13th.
okay, that's a good case in point.
Or if
Good case in
Mothman
point.
showed up.
Like if it does it tomorrow, then
Well, that's something interesting. Has the Mothman ever been spotted on Friday the 13th?
ooh,
We shall see.
It's not on my list, but
yeah,
I
hop
mean,
on that.
Someone needs to find that out for me
I
because
think Jeremy's
he-
got it in here.
he does typically tend to show up on like landmark type days, correct?
Mhm,
Like is
mhm.
so or anniversaries, if you will. While he's doing that, let me ask you this too. Friday the 13th, the film franchise. Do you guys have a personal favorite out of the batch? And if you do, which one is it?
So the second one,
Okay.
but also the remake,
Oh yeah, you know
which
what?
they are. No, they're kind of one and the same because the remake combines the first two Friday the 13th films.
Oh really?
Yeah, because
You
at the
mean-
very beginning of the remake, it is the very last scene where the mom is trying to stab the girl in the woods and she cuts her head off with a machete.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's the very beginning of the remake, and then it goes a few years later and shows the characters coming to the lake and takes place where part 2 would.
Okay.
They paid homage, and whenever I first, because I went into watching the movie as a skeptic, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, a little clap, a little,
Yeah.
like, good job. I mean, you know,
It's a good remake.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
it's good.
I'll say, though, with mine, I will have to agree with you, too. It's probably one of my favorites. I didn't see anything wrong with the burlap sack on his head. I thought it was
I
kinda
didn't either.
creepy. Yeah, it was creepy, and he's got the one eye.
Minus the one eye hole.
I mean, yeah, it should have been something different, maybe, or no eye holes. But at the same time, I was like, I like it. But
No
also-
eye.
Yeah, he's just running around looking.
Why?
Yeah.
The canned cheese running into fucking walls and shit. Trees. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, but no, that would have been kind of creepy. Like, how can he see through it? But
He's stepping his own bear traps and shit.
well, and I like this one a lot. I just got to mention it because I thought it was really good. I don't think it's 3. I think it's 4, where it's got the dude in the porta potty, and his girlfriend's on the outside. She's singing to him, and he basically dies in the shitter.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's 4 or what. I don't. That was the one. I
That
think,
was that with the challenged gentleman that was at
That
the
dies
camp?
at the
And
beginning.
it's a camp for juveniles.
Yeah, that one.
He's outside chopping
chopping
wood.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
Corey Feldman's character grown up. Maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because they had tried to do with Feldman what they did with from Halloween
Jamie.
4 and 5.
Jamie.
Yeah, with Jamie.
Halloween,
Yeah.
But I know y'all are gonna give me shit for this one, but I'm gonna say it just for that because I really do like this. Freddy vs. Jason. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. I thought you were going to say Jason X.
Oh,
I
hell,
like how Freddy vs. Jason ended, but
nah, I didn't like that part. But I thought the
yeah.
movies. I don't know. A lot of people looking back at it says it doesn't hold up. That's why I was mentioning it because I still like it. I'll still watch it.
It's that 2000s horror is the reason that it doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, sir?
Oh, well, I'm going to get shit on for this one. I think I like part 7. I like the fact that they tried to introduce another supernatural character into the mix. Having Tina with the mind control. And I got to meet and work with Tina on a movie, which was really awesome.
That's a good
Very
one.
cool lady, but
You took me way back. I forgot that even
Yeah.
fucking happened.
Yeah, no, I
so-
might put that above my other option. But anyway, go on.
yeah, I
I'm
like
not.
that better. I like that one way better than Freddy vs. Jason wasn't my thing. Just not my thing, man. Just not my thing. But yeah.
Was Kevin Bacon in the first one or the second
He
one?
was in the first one. Yeah.
Okay, the first one with the mom.
Yeah, but you gotta give credit to it. But I didn't like how it was the mom. I just think.
It was innovative, first of all.
was a
with
reverse-
just with just that
Given
first.
everything that came before, yeah.
I know that they were trying to rip off Halloween, right? We know that it's already been stated several times, but with that first movie, you kind of wouldn't be able to tell because it wasn't a 40-year-old woman that was killing people in Halloween. You know what I mean? It wasn't a mom.
Well, if you think of it like this, it was like a reverse Psycho instead of
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
Or it could have just been like a reverse Halloween. Like instead of Michael going crazy, his mom goes crazy to protect Michael, and she's running around stabbing people.
Or his sister's
Now I
still
just see
naked running around killing.
stripper Sherry Moon Zombie running around stabbing people and Rob
Let's-
Zombie's Halloween.
Let's please not bring those up.
Okay, well, anyways, Friday the 13th, with all of those facts that Chad has pointed out, seems kind of negative. But why does it seem negative? Why did it get the negative connotation? Chad and I talked about this in our Superstition episode that Jeremy was not on.
Sorry.
Oh wait, one more thing.
Um,
I'm sorry. Germ, did you find out
Oh.
anything about Mothman?
Oh, Mothman, no, nothing about a connection as far
Okay,
as
so-
Friday the 13th.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
Okay, just checking.
You know, mate, we had hopes. It was out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nowhere.
But the reason that it has gotten a negative connotation is Friday the 13th is associated, well, actually, there's a couple of different things that state that it is associated with something that has to do with 13 members. Just as an example, the Last Supper, how there were 12 people invited and there were 13 in the picture. It's supposed to be an unlucky 13 because the person wasn't invited. There's also a Norse tale where there's supposed to be 12 gods at the table in Valhalla, and Loki's not invited, but he disguises himself and shows up as the uninvited 13th guest, the unlucky 13th guest. So it's really just old superstition things that have given it a negative connotation as far as Friday the 13th itself. Friday specifically being the 13th would be the hint toward the Last Supper, but that's...
So once again, and this goes for all religion, because Norse done it too, religion causes BS superstition days.
Mm-hmm.
Not to offend any of our listeners, but let's be real. We invented this. So.
Yeah, it's something that we made that people are afraid of.
Yeah, it's like, that day's scary because of it. Nah, it could just be another. I've had good Friday the 13th, haven't y'all?
It's scary because I said so. But it's not all doom and gloom. Go ahead. No, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying I think it's fine. I think that people just, like Jeremy was saying, I think they manifest these thoughts. The human brain is a very powerful tool, and you can make things happen, just because you're manifesting them yourself.
Exactly.
I've been trying to manifest $1 million for a while, but it's just not.
Yeah, I guess if you go into tomorrow, everybody, if you go into Friday the 13th thinking that everything's going to go to shit, then it's probably going to go to shit.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case because, sitting with the theme of this episode, since we're going around the globe with horror and Halloween, we can also do that with Friday the 13th because Friday the 13th or 13th in general is not an unlucky number everywhere. Specifically, the ancient Chinese regard the number 13 as extremely lucky, as well as the ancient Egyptians also thought that the number 13 brought a lot of good luck. It's only mainly a westernized superstition.
Hey,
So
Egyptians said it's lucky. I'm with them.
see, there we go. I've always considered it lucky. I pick 13 for a lot of stuff whenever you're like choosing numbers and things like that. So I don't really have a negative connotation with it. Things that you can do that are fun to kind of celebrate Friday the 13th anytime. It doesn't have to be this Friday the 13th. It could be any Friday the 13th all year round, no matter what's going on. You can go on a ghost tour on Friday the 13th. That would make it extra spooky and kind of just fit right in with the day itself. You could throw a Friday the 13th theme party. Get a few friends over. If you need an excuse to have a few friends and kick back a couple of cold ones, there you go. Friday the 13th is a good excuse. You could have a scary movie marathon, but if you're listening to this podcast, you probably do that all the time already. One of the suggestions is to adopt a pet. I don't know.
That's funny. I'm actually getting ready to adopt a pet tomorrow. So that's kind of funny.
It's what it says to adopt a pet on Friday the 13th.
I straight up am about to, no shit. Like,
what are you adopting?
We're getting a dog.
Breaking news. We missed the news. Chad didn't tell us.
I don't know. I didn't think it was relevant until now. That's kind of funny. Okay, cool.
Watch them come back.
You could also feng shui your apartment or home. Change the energy, move some things around, shift the energy on Friday the 13th. Might be a good thing.
I would like to do that.
I'm in desperate need of doing that, but I've got...
I feel like that would make me feel better.
That's what I've got to do. You know what? Actually, I was going to actually bring it up to you, so it's a good time. I'm saging your place soon. There we go. Justin, I can't reach Chad, and we're going to sage that bitch.
Sage that
He
mofo.
acts like he doesn't want me to do it. So.
I would let you sage it. I'd let you sage my place.
I'm down for a good saging, you know. Why not? Also, I stumbled upon this before we get off the topic of Friday the 13th. Other reasons that it was considered a bad luck day, or a holiday, I guess, an unofficial holiday. Then we've already talked about the number 13 and how it has long been associated with bad luck, and it's considered beyond most people that there's no way that it's not bad luck, minus the Egyptians and the Chinese. But if you are somebody that is superstitious, or even if you're a skeptic, you have to agree that Friday the 13th, no matter if it's good or bad, always has a spooky type of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree. Like it's the thought, once again, we associate it with such negative things.
Mm-hmm. Well, a main thing is a lot of tribes, like Israeli tribes during the time of Jesus, they considered 12 being a complete number because you've got the 12 months. Jesus had the 12 disciples, and then 13 is making it a non-completed holy number. So, I mean, like Jeremy said,
I just keep thinking of the 13th hour.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about that.
See, there you go, people. Go back a few episodes and you'll learn about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we mentioned that. Big time.
yeah, the 13th hour.
Yeah. I don't know. I think tomorrow's going to be a good day. Now that I know about the whole adopting thing, I didn't know. That's really cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they were talking about like adopting black cats on Friday the 13th to really double down the
Just save them. That's
luck.
a thing. That's a thing.
It is a thing, actually, because people think that they're unlucky, so they don't get adopted. Especially not on Friday the 13th.
That's when I'd go get them. I'd say, hey, Cujo. And
That's the best time to get a cat as a black cat, considering the fact that I don't have to use a lint roller. If the hair is on me, nobody can see it.
That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah. Man. I like a lot of black clothing, and
yeah,
I feel that pain.
Exact same thing here. But everybody that is listening, have a good Friday the 13th. If you haven't made it this far into the episode, we're about 75% of the way through, but we're revving up the bus. We're loading everything up. We're on the trail. We're moving. Chad's got something attacking him. He keeps looking out the window of the bus.
Yeah, someone's out there eastbound and down, and they're gunning it down the highway.
You know who it is that's out there eastbound and down? It's us. We're in the bus. We're trucking, baby. I hope you guys aren't allergic to saddle sores, because it's about to happen. So, Halloween. It is not only celebrated around here in the U.S., as we've talked about on the podcast several times. You've got El Dia de los Muertos. You've got Japan that celebrates Halloween, amongst other different countries. But there are other festivals that are out there that are very close to being Halloween that are celebrated, but not necessarily on October 31st. And they're all celebrated in a weird, different way, but all of them are spooky. So to me, they all hold the same stature as Halloween. I'm not going to look at them any different. As a matter of fact, if next year, if I get the chance, I'm going to mark every single one of these motherfuckers on my calendar, and I'm celebrating every one of them so I can have Halloween 365.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So, everybody out there, take notes. Boys, write it down, because we've got a few festivals to go through. Hope your seatbelts are buckled in because this is about to be a ride.
Every time you say that, he revs that engine. Keep going.
Eastbound. So there is the Fire Festival starting us off in Edinburgh, Scotland. Now, many people don't know, and it's not the Fire Festival that you're thinking about, Chad. It's not F-Y-R-E. It is F-I-R-E. Many people
Moby promised he would show up, but Moby didn't show up.
That's not fraud. That's false advertising. Many people don't realize that Halloween actually started in Ireland or Scotland, but if you've listened to this podcast, you've heard it because we've went through the history several times, drilled it into your heads. If you have not heard it, go back. Listen to some of our earlier episodes. But the original holiday known as... Hang on, Chad. Chad, what is the original holiday known as? Because you and I got put on blast,
Okay.
so we need to...
Okay. I'm going to butcher this.
I know it, but I want to know that you know it.
I'm going to butcher this because I have the hardest... Why can I not say it? I can't pronounce it.
Jeremy, do you know the pronunciation? Oh, wait, okay.
Of the original word for Halloween?
The actual name
Samhain?
of... There you
Samhain?
go.
Samhain,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm. Although we do say Samhain in the West, it is Samhain.
Mr. Hain
And
was a good old man. No.
I think we got corrected by an older pagan practicing lady. Hope she's still a fan. We are trying to correct it. But either way, so
She said we were close. She said we were trying. So
yes, she did.
we're trying. We're trying.
But the Fire Festival that happens in Scotland, because the Samhain Festival happens in Ireland. One that is similar happens in Scotland, and its roots stretch back more than 3,000 years. When the ancient Celts observed the passage from one year to the next, that's what this was to them. They also believed that the souls transitioned during this period. So the souls that they lost in that year were kind of hanging around on Earth, and they don't transition until this festival, and then they pass over to the other side. Celtic New Year is still alive and well in the UK, which is what the Fire Festival has turned into, because this is their passage from one year to the next. So it's still celebrated, and you can experience it on when? October 31st. It's just another way of celebrating Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Just another way.
Nice.
Thank you, Scotland, for that one.
Dude, what just happened to your screen? Did you see that shit?
I straight up saw that shit, dude.
What?
Some spooky shit just happened to his screen.
Some spooky shit
to
just
Chad's,
straight
not yours, dude.
happened to
Not
my
yours.
screen, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I shit you not, something like shot across.
Yeah.
Like the lens of my camera.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
You guys about made me shit on myself.
Dude, here's the thing. It fucking, my lights illuminated whatever it was. So something physically just passed in front of my fucking screen.
I
Was it
can't
a
wait
bug?
to go
Bro.
back. And I don't know,
Bro.
dude. No, that was weird looking. You should have seen that.
Dude, well, did you see my eyes change? I was just like it took a minute. I was
Yeah.
like, what was that?
I bet
I'm
you.
sorry,
I, know,
I don't mean to
I
get
bet
you
you.
off
No,
topic.
you're good. I bet you I know where it came from.
What? Where?
The
Where?
Day of the Dead Festival celebrated in
That's
Mexico.
probably-
That's where it came
Well,
from,
that's
which is
the
our
same.
next.
That's weird that just sorry, but that's weird that
Damn it!
happened
That
while
was a
we're-
good transition.
While we're talking about this, though, okay, sorry, people, you'll see it.
That was.
If
yeah,
anybody
timestamp
saw
this
what they're
shit.
talking about, okay, we're at 49:15. If anybody in the that is watching this saw what we were talking about on the video, please leave a comment. We want to see what you think.
I don't know. That was weird. Like, I'm just chilling, and then I look up, and then weird shit ensues. So,
Well,
hey.
anyways, we all know about Day of the Dead.
love that you turned your lights on.
Dude, you said something on his screen, and I thought it was mine.
You're just like, oh shit.
Well, look, listen, I'm in the dark, right? And so I'm staring at the bright screen. So when I turn around, it's solid black. I can't focus. My eyes don't focus quick enough. So I don't know what the fuck is back there.
Good.
So if you guys saw something behind me, I need to know.
I'm sorry.
This is good. That was good. Oh man.
Hopefully it's something.
I'm gonna be watching this footage later. Damn.
So, the next festival. I'm gonna butcher the name. It's called Borgo Mozano. Mozano? It's in Tuscany, Italy. It's one of Italy's most popular Halloween events. It happens in Tuscany. It is a multi-day event, involves spooky interactive games, eerie performance theater, paranormal experiments, as well as ghost hunters, and the grand finale happens the evening of October 31st, more commonly on a place more commonly known as the Devil's Bridge in Tuscany. And it dates back to the Middle Ages, and centuries of local lore involve the devil, witches, noblemen, and noble women as part of the recreation of this tale. A costumed process where everybody dresses up as one of these superstitious figures in the folklore is something that people do during the celebration. But what they do is they get on this bridge on October 31st due to their folklore, and they will throw things over into the river, into the murky depths below. To one of the stories is that a woman drowned and that she haunts the bridge. So that's one of the reasons that they go to the bridge and throw things over and celebrate. So big festival, multi-day event for Halloween in Tuscany. To even be there would be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
But we're moving on to Daimonji. I know I butchered that. Kyoto,
Daimonji's
Japan.
Brother, never.
It occurs at the end of Obon, an annual Buddhist tradition where departed souls return every August. So this is their August celebration where they do Halloween celebrations in the middle of streets. It's kind of like their summer Halloween, but it's because it's a original Buddhist tradition. It's basically known as Ghost Day, specifically. But like I said, it's where departed souls return to Earth every August to visit their family. So it's kind of like El Dia de los Muertos, but it's not on Halloween or Saints' Day or anything like that. It's common to mark the holiday with lanterns, so that's where they do a lot of their floating lanterns and have those strung. Traditional dancing and food offerings happen during this festival, unique to Kyoto, which Kyoto is all of the architecture in Kyoto is like the old school Japan buildings, so the whole place probably looks really cool, considering that you're celebrating the spirits and everything's lit up and it looks like old Japan. But they have a unique tradition of lighting 5 bonfires in the surrounding mountains, each in a symbolic character as a farewell to the spirits that are returning home at the end of the day of this celebration. And it actually shows on one of the mountaintops a huge stick person that is on fire in the mountains. So they do different shapes and letters and or letter characters into the mountains to say goodbye to spirits.
Where Burning Man came from.
I don't know. You think somebody was just over there and they got really fucked up on drugs and they were like, dude, we can have the Burning Man
I
festival.
don't see why not. Like, I mean, maybe that's where the whole Burning Man thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to say no to it. It's definitely
Let's be
possible.
honest. We rip off a lot of cultures, people.
We like to roll shit into one. We definitely
do.
like to
We
mix.
do.
The next one is in Nepal. It is called Gai Jatra, typically observed in the late summer as well. It means the cow festival, and it is centuries old. Traditions honor those who have died in the past year and their spirits. And yes, the cows are involved, since legend has it that the cows help the departed make their journey to the other side in the afterlife. So this is also their farewell parting festival with the spirits that have died in the past year and who have hung around. Their belief is that they hang around until this festival where the cows will lead them to the afterlife. But you have to think, the cow is a very holy creature to them, so that's intertwined into their festival as well. But another spooky holiday that involves spirits hanging around and going off into the afterlife. It is considered as... Exactly, yeah. Just where do I go, sir? I'm seeming to be lost. Yeah, just follow the heifers. Just... but it's a celebration with music and singing and food and comedy and skits and elaborate costumes and face paints. It's not a day of doom and gloom, although they are saying goodbye to the spirits. They will dress up as the spirits that have passed. Some of them even dress up as some of their relatives that have passed in celebration of them being able to move on to the next world or to the afterlife. So that's kind of an interesting festival as well. This one struck me as a little bit odd, but I know that I've heard about it, and you guys probably have too. The Guy Fawkes Day in England.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Commonly called Bonfire Night.
Yep.
The annual denouncing of the criminal Guy Fawkes in the 17th century. Fawkes was part of a plot to assassinate King James I, but got caught before igniting gunpowder barrels. And since explosives were part of this original plan, fireworks are featured in the Guy Fawkes Day Festival, where they have... It's in November, and they have witnesses costumed reenacting this, the trying of Guy Fawkes and how his failed attempt of killing King James. And they have torch-lit processions where everybody's dressed in robes and their faces are painted. They have raging bonfires, burning effigies of Guy Fawkes. And they also have kind of modernized it where they throw in modern-day public figures that they really don't care for. They start burning people. Like, their dolls of public figures.
Like the 5th of November.
Yeah, there you go. Fastloven in Denmark.
That's a tough one.
It is celebrated all throughout Scandinavia and thought its roots have more in common with Mardi Gras than Halloween.
Okay,
all right.
Bring out the beat.
All right.
Its traditions are more in line with today's Halloween than classic Halloween. It usually falls in February, so we did miss it this year. When costume children go door to door singing for candy. They don't sing, but they don't scream, but they sing. They're not just saying, "Give me the candy. Where's my full candy bar?" But
sing for candy.
There's a traditional treat, and it's called the Fastlovensballer. I know I killed that one.
That
it
sounds
is
like something Chris Farley would have taken. I'm just gonna
It's a sweet cream-filled bun.
Oh, never mind then.
That's also something that Chris Farley probably would have taken.
That is also something Chris Farley would have.
Unlike Halloween, though, in the States, kids also whack a candy-filled barrel decorated with images of black cats known as cat bashing. Let's just say that the tradition is watered down from the original.
Okay. That's not... Oh, no!
My
True horror.
God.
Some towns in Denmark still take that tradition to the next level with its processions. The town of Amager in Denmark even substitutes cats for horses.
God.
They just go around beating horses with bats.
That brings beating
The kids are like,
horse to a whole new level.
Oh, God. Why?
I wonder how many little kids have been kicked in the fucking head from hitting the horse with a bat.
Oh.
You little bastard. Pop.
Oh wow! It's like the musical chairs that you don't want to lose. Like you try to run around him and smack him with the bat and not get kicked. Like, whose eyes first, the horse or me? Oh, Oof. I know we are in our final countdown here. I have one more left, and it's called Walpurgis Night, and it is in Thel, Germany. It's a pagan holiday. Walpurgis Nacht, or Witches' Night, on April 30th is still marked in pockets all throughout Europe and Scandinavia as well as Germany. And instead of honoring ancestors, as do many Halloween-like holidays, with this one, ancient folktales believed that witches flew on broomsticks from Thel to Brocken Mountain in Germany, where they worshiped the devil around a raging bonfire. And today, large crowds of costume witches and warlocks and devils descend upon a tiny village for a 2-day-long party, parade, and a midnight bonfire that lasts well into the morning. Minus the devil worship and witchcraft, it is the exact same tradition as thought to have had before.
Interesting.
Boys, before we end this, before we even get into the final talks or final thoughts, actually, you know what? This is the final thoughts. I want to know which of these you guys would attend, or would you like to, out of the 10 that I have went through.
Definitely not the damn cat one.
You don't want to go clobber a horse?
No.
I mean,
it's not clobbering time for me.
Time. I bet CM Punk goes to that festival. It's the only thing he can beat. Is a dead horse. Okay. No, seriously though, festival.
I gotta disagree with you on that one. I would go to the Guy Fawkes Festival. I think that sounds like it just sounds fun. It just sounds really fucking fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would visit that one, Jeremy.
I would visit that one, but I think the first one. What was the first one you riddled off to us? I think it's maybe Scotland, but.
Yeah, it was Scotland's
Festival of
version
Fires.
of Samhain, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to go to.
Which, I mean, honestly, if you did it right, you could probably find a place where you're going to celebrate Samhain, and then later that night, for the new year, for the time change, you could hit up the Fire Festival that they have and do both in the same night, which would actually be really neat. I would like to go. It is. I mean, more celebration. You get to really ring out Halloween. I would like to go to that one. Or Walpurgis Night in Germany, because the witches and the bonfire and everything, it seems really cool. And Germany was really big on witches. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they start the witch trials, and then it moved all the way through Europe and then made its way over to here, and witch fever and all that? That's a tale for another time, but yeah, it is a tale for another time. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've just made our second stop on this road trip, moving all the way to September 22nd. And that first stop was finding out how everybody else is celebrating Halloween. So we've got a long ways to go. It's been a good episode, boys.
Oh, yeah.
It has. It's been a really good episode. I've got some footage to review.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, man.
I'm
Justin,
excited
before
about
we
this
go,
footage.
I have to ask you, do you have any windows in your office?
Yes.
Okay. I saw some things moving in the background for you, too. And I'm just tripping, I think, at this point. But I seriously did, around the 59-minute mark, for those who want to check it out.
Well, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because we've got this footage to review, possibly spooky, and next week on our Halloween 365 episode, on our next stop on the road trip to Halloween, is going to be us reviewing live paranormal, cryptid, UFO footage. We're going to give you our take, first reactions. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be ball lightning, baby.
Yeah.
Just keep it spooky, yeah.
I've already
Double exposure, ball lightning.